I think you accidentally activated
I
the ability.
quenned. I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention, and then just bada bing, bada boom, Quen all over the place. Alright, hey, we're actually pretty close. Well, so, I guess I might as well talk about this a little bit. Cocoa powder and Bailey's, not a good mix. Hershey's
Also,
syrup,
it's not
we can
Bailey's,
try next.
it's just Irish cream.
Yeah, close enough. Hot damn! Thank you,
Whoa.
Variant Keegan, for the 10 gifted birthday subs. Thank you so much. How are you doing this fine and lovely evening? Because I just drank powder. It actually wasn't so bad. Like, Bailey's and cocoa powder, if I could get them to mix properly, would probably taste super freaking good.
Thank you. Yeah, it's my birthday, so
Yeah, it's
very much appreciate everyone that's been giving subs and bits and whatnot. Thank you.
Hello, yes? Oh! You know that statue you'd spotted earlier?
Yes. Is it one of the crones?
I just quenned all over it.
Wait, what? Wait, the sweets! Look at that! Look at those delectable...
Ish.
Well, they're probably... Oh, they have maggots in them. Gross! Never mind. So you're following the trail of sweets.
Yeah.
That the children would have. You see, I thought that perhaps we would have had to have fetched a child and
Hello, child. I must use you to
followed
bait
them.
old women.
Yep.
That sounded weird.
They're everywhere. I had noticed peculiar things.
So I know
But-
exactly where this is leading us. You know how we just warped to a village to come up here?
And there was a random hovel.
This is just leading us back. There's a bunch of orphans that were dancing there, but we, like, didn't really
Oh,
have
wait.
anything to
So
do
the
with
ladies aren't eating the children. They're actually raising them?
them. Probably, yeah. How else are they going to keep the numbers up? They might be eating them.
They might just be keeping them like cows in a herd until they fattened up.
Dad
Ugh.
went in the kitchen, stole a hunk of meat. Cook gave him a licking, strung him by his feet. Cooked and bled him empty, stripped his skin off clean.
Laughed and said, "How tasty, best sausage I have seen."
Cook's a stupid killer, shouldn't have ate the pup. Now we'll light a fire, gonna roast him up. 1, 2, 3, the one to fetch the kindlings. Thee!
Interesting rhyme.
Don't know you. Go away.
These kids have a good attitude.
What kind of rhymes have these witches been teaching them unless they've been concocting them themselves and... Ugh.
Also, thank you, Rage Age, for the 100 bits. Thank you. Happy birthday, Shell.
Oh, thanks.
Back away slowly. I just
Well-
leave.
We know what they're doing in the swamp
Yeah.
because their parents sacrificed them for one thing or another.
What are you doing out here alone?
We's not alone. We's with Gran.
But where did you all come from?
We's orphans.
All of you?
There's a war, so there's orphans. Didn't know that?
So people are sacrificing orphans as opposed to just their own
Yeah.
children, obviously.
Makes sense.
About looking for a witch?
Eh,
Why don't you ask them about
okay.
a witch?
I'm looking for the witches of Crookback Bog.
You looks like a witch yourself. The witches of the bog. We can't go in the bog. Gran don't let us. When my brother Zamek went missing, Gran said it was 'cause he went in the woods and got lost. Gran cried an awful lot after that. He could still come back.
Wait, so they have a gran, but they said that the brother went into the bog and didn't... So they're only mentioning one witch, but aren't there at least 3 or more?
We'll find out.
A young woman got lost in the swamp. She has ashen hair and a scar on her face. You kids see anyone like that?
Ain't no lassies here. What am I? You're no lassie. Lassie's got tits.
They do. Heard an old man say once, when the army was here, He says, hide them lasses in the woods. They's dazzling the soldiers with their tits. And it's torturing the poor lads. That's what he said.
Geralt's going, you kids are much too young for this.
Let me tell you about tits.
Oh, God.
Dazzling tits. Now, just last night, I had one witch. She was swinging them around. Boy howdy, needed a better shirt. But let me tell you, they be dazzling. I got 100 years of stories about tits. Take your pick. Alright,
Well, let's go say... Well, we know that they don't live here alone. We know about Gran.
Listen, the girl I'm looking for, she's in trouble. I understand you might not want to help me, but you could try to help her.
How you know she was here?
I heard she visited the witches in the swamp.
But there's no witches here. There's only frogs. And snakes. And Johnny.
What's this talk? What kind of jabbering is this, eh? No one allowed here. Just kids. My kids. They're allowed. But who are you, wearing swords like a bandit?
Who is Johnny?
Who's Johnny?
Johnny ate a cat. Come the more in some furry shat.
Watch your language. They tells tales and tales, naught but tales.
You one of the witches of the swamp? I hear Crookback Bog.
Witch? Me? Nay, I've no broom nor owl and not one wart on me nose. Got a pretty nose, see?
Gran's got a lovely beak.
Oh, you darling girl. Oh, kids are so sweet.
Yeah, you take care of them?
You look after these kids?
They're my grandchildren.
Gran's good to us. Gonna be soup with scratchings for supper.
Kids get lost in the woods. I miss them. Seen them in the woods. No one has.
this lighting is problematic.
Mm-hmm. Can barely see her.
Just talking to the kids. Asked them if they'd seen a young woman.
I was a lovely young woman. Wore a long, beautiful braid my mummy did up for me. Had dresses with flowers on 'em.
Maybe you've seen her. Young, ashen hair.
You're betrothed?
Daughter, actually.
Daughter? My dear, sweet little daughter. And her sister. Where are they now? Maybe they've come to some harm?
She's definitely suffered some loss in her life and is filling the void with all the children.
Yeah, let's be nice.
A bit of help, please? A young, ashen-haired woman. Just need to know if you've seen her.
What are you looking at, children? Wash your hands, we'll go catch crickets.
Won't learn anything from you.
Aye, 'cause I don't know nothing.
That Johnny knows. He knows a lot. When I ask him something, he says, "Wait, I'll scratch my arse and tell you."
Ugly word. What you saying? To the hut. You'll stand in a corner. I'll make sure you do. You, be gone. Be gone!
Suppose you can try talking to the kids some more.
Yeah, I could. I think it's time to creep on that house, though. But yeah, this game is too dark. I don't know why. I downloaded a mod to hopefully help with the lighting, but I don't think it actually worked. I don't see anything to raise the gamma.
It might just be the time of day now, especially as well.
Yeah, maybe we could try and just turn the... Let's try and do that for a bit. What happens when I turn the shadows down? Doesn't seem to do much of anything.
They are just as numerous.
Like, I like the stark lighting. The problem is, there's a difference between, like, really cool stark lighting and, oh god, I can't see, it's so dark, why is it so dark? Especially because with his cat eyes, Geralt should always be able to, like, see. Kind of.
I think you're really just gonna walk in?
Sup? I guess I'm just gonna have a torch for this, because... Do you just live in perpetual darkness?
I don't see any windows aside from that one in the front.
My god. Then again, that fireplace should be casting way more light.
Mm-hmm.
Can't come in here. Not allowed in here.
I just want to talk to the boy.
Not allowed. It's not allowed.
He won't talk to you anyway. Gran don't like you. And Johnny's made up. And strangers steal kids.
Just tell me where I can find Johnny.
Johnny's made up.
Be gone. Be gone.
Very suspicious. What about the other kids? They should know.
Why don't you want to talk about Johnny? One of you knows about him. The others must too.
It's just him who's pals with Johnny. They pick mushrooms and hunt snails. But Gran says Johnny's made up.
Hmm.
Have any of you ever seen Johnny?
Of course. Looks just like him.
Then why do you say he's made up?
Gran says so. And Gran knows lots.
Does your Gran treat you right? She ever hurt you?
Never.
When we're bad, she cries.
She's scared. Says strangers might take us. And we'll disappear.
The boy who plays with Johnny, he must be brave.
Not brave, just stupid. Sat his bare bum on an anthill once. But yeah, he plays with Johnny. He don't listen to Gran and goes in the woods, and then he's got to have a time out. And he eats snails. Yuck.
The girl I mentioned is in danger. You gotta help me get your Gran away from the hut so I can talk to Johnny's friend.
All right, but you've got to do something for us too. Play hide and seek. Gran never does. Says her feet hurt.
I love how sweet Geralt's being.
Geralt
The kids.
is a good dad.
Let's play. You hide, but if I find you, you have to help me talk to the boy who knows Johnny.
He thinks he'll find us easy.
Means he's never hid from the black ones.
No looking, and you have to count out loud. All your fingers, toes too.
1, 2, 3, 18, 19, 20.
Yep, counting for his
Ready or
fingers and
not,
toes.
here I come.
Ready or not, here I come.
Alright, chitlins. You've never had to hide from a master tracker. With a torch. I can see shit! Ha ha!
See you. Come out.
How'd you find me?
I don't know. Maybe I just see footprints in the sand. Maybe I just knew where you were from the
Oh,
beginning.
wait, did someone go on the
Maybe
roof?
one of you is a damn dirty cheater.
See, you can't climb that up, but you can see where he's going.
Ugh. Damn child. Climb ladders. But you know what, damn child? I have a torch. And you're standing in something woefully flammable. Ha-ha!
I can see you.
Aww.
Igni! Aw.
Don't you dare.
Man, I remember the first time I ever encountered a game where you actually could, like, kill kids in it.
What?
It was super uncomfortable. Somebody had snuck it into a mod for Fallout 4. And I lobbed a grenade in, walked it, like, into an
Oh,
area.
Through
then
through that window.
Yeah, and then I walked into, like, the room, and it was just, like, there was a dead kid. And I was like, oh no. Oh, why would anybody do this? And I know, like, realism, but it's just, like, it just felt weird and bad. See, there were children in Dead Space. Yeah, that's slightly different.
Oh, wait, is he right there?
Oh.
Go, turn around. In the tree. Left. Go around. Follow the footprints.
It just stops here.
Yeah, there.
Oh, there.
There you are.
No fair. I'm supposed to win.
Okay, so you need to find the last one. Watch it be one of those things where they decide to have the perfect hiding spot in the woods and then they get abducted. And you have to go after them anyway. Do you see any footprints?
Oh, that's fast travel.
Yeah.
Yeah, no footprints have popped up yet.
Go back to the center. That's
I
where
did.
That's where they all start.
No footprints had popped up when I went through there.
Really?
Yep. See, Wanderer's complaining that this reckless endangerment of life caused a child to die. I honestly just didn't know there were children in.
Wait, there's some.
Yeah, here we go. Is this? Oh, they're here. There they are.
Found you. You're the last one.
Bet you cheated. Come to the cottage. I gotta tell the others I won.
Found you all. Now you gotta keep your word and help me talk to Johnny's friend.
Why wouldn't we? Promised, didn't we?
He's probably thinking if only everyone were like children.
Gran! Gran! Bumblebee bit Yagner in the arse! Gran! Come!
Don't be afraid.
Don't know nothing.
I won't hurt you.
Where's Gran?
She's busy. Why are you scared to talk?
I'm not scared of nothing.
You're all scared of something. Would have told me about Johnny otherwise.
I'm worried about Johnny. He don't come round no more. Once, when we was mushroom picking, I saw his burrow. But Gran yelled at me, said not to talk to strangers, 'cause then kids go missing. She worries about Johnny too, though she says he's made up.
Where are you and your friend's parents?
Dad, some starved, others were killed, like mine. One day, I went out at dawn to look for berries in the woods. Still some around back then. When I was coming home, I heard the yells, then laughing. Went up and hid in the bushes near the woods. My mum yelled, and the soldiers laughed. Laid my pa down by the barn door. His head clean off. And then my mum...
It's all right. That's enough. I just want to talk to Johnny. He could know more than you.
Not gonna hurt him, right? 'Cause he's real. He's not made up.
I'm not gonna hurt him.
Johnny used to be boy, 'cause Gran liked listening to his songs. When we was picking mushrooms, Johnny said he saw a girl with ashen hair in the swamp.
Where can I find Johnny?
There's a little meadow on the edge of the swamp. This strange tree grows there. Look around. You'll see him.
Thank you.
What soldiers were those? We should wipe them all off.
What are you on about?
Face of the earth.
All. Yes.
All of them.
Yep.
All of them.
Geralt, the excessive peacemonger. No more war. Oh, water hag.
Well, were they Nilfgaardians? Were they Redanians? Isn't Redania in these
If
parts?
Johnny's
Honestly-
real, he must leave prints.
My assumption is it could have been both, because the deserters on both sides.
Ew, can you turn around so that we're not looking at a hag's.
Okay, so nudity mod is not working yet.
Oh, because it would
Small
actually
footprint.
censor hags.
I think
Johnny's
so.
been through here.
I think it's supposed to darken the nips. I mean, there's only truly so much I can do with this game.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of drowners out here. Like we were talking about this last time, but it's a small miracle anybody can live out here. Considering how many just horrible undead monstrosities there are.
We've discussed it before. Would human society
lead to
even
a
be able
burrow.
to thrive
Wonder what's inside.
under constant threat of monsters, not marshes. Marshes are bad too, but monsters.
You'd think this society would have more, like, I'm gonna say amateur witchers that aren't, like, mutated. Just, like, monster hunters for hire. And mercenaries and stuff. Because, like, there's drowners everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny?
What is Johnny?
Doppler.
Oh, looks like a Doppler.
Don't be
Doppelganger.
afraid. You're a Bucka? A Luton? Ah, a godling. Not many of you left. I'm looking for a woman with ashen hair. Seen her? Tell me everything from the start. Where did you see her? What was she doing? It's important to me. Why not?
Oh. Oh, but why don't you ask the other questions? He might still come up with the I can't speak, but...
You know the kids from the clearing well? Don't be afraid. Not gonna hurt anyone. This where you live? Cozy burrow. Good location. Must know about everything that happens in the bog. Doesn't bother you having monsters for neighbors?
He's a monster too.
I like his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong? Can't talk? Why? Lost your voice? Can I help you somehow? Want me to follow you? No choice, I guess.
So he called him a godling. Wonder what that's supposed to mean. Wait, whoa. More drowners?
Just drowners. Just tons of drowners. I'm kind of ignoring them. I mean, obviously I'm gonna have to fight these ones. But that's, like, 2 swings of freaking... Forget what this sword was called. This sword is silly. I love it. It's too strong. Oh, shit, bees!
Stay close to me.
Oh, we have godlings in the bestiary. I want to look that up.
Yeah, I want to know what he is. Well, now we have a lot of draconids to look up.
Elementa, maybe? No.
Oh, gargoyles, golems. Oh, now we know what Ignis Fatus
Here we go.
is.
Relics.
Can we also see what Ignis Fatus is?
Yeah, sure.
That we fought earlier?
Yeah, sure.
I want to read him first. Careful, sir. Monster prowls this bog. Enter the mist and you'll never see home again. A Slav, peat digger. The monster haunting the peat bogs of Velen turned out to be an ancient foglet. These are exceptionally long-lived creatures. Some have even dwelt on this earth for over 200 years, growing stronger and stronger all the while. Blows dealt by foglets of such an age carry so much power that blocking them is out of the question. These foglets possess the ability to move extremely quickly, and not even Yrden can slow them down. Furthermore, they can meld completely into the mist, then suddenly rematerialize and strike from behind. Wearing heavy armor or making good use of the Quen sign is highly recommended. This ancient foglet proved particularly adept in the art of forming illusions. Only a professional monster slayer skilled with signs and swords could best such a foe. Luckily, Geralt fit that description perfectly. So that's interesting. With age, certain monsters obviously attain new experience and abilities. But yes, I was wanting to see other intelligent monsters, and yeah, we finally found a godling. Let's see. This particular quote will be by Professor. Okay. Not too long ago, the areas around the peasant hamlets were chock full of guardian spirits. Today, it's nigh unto impossible to spot a brownie, buka, or lutin. And godlings, they are always the first to go. Such is the price we pay for civilization's forward march. From the preface to The World That We Have Lost, by Professor Dora Garay. So, I know what brownies are. I've heard of brownies before, right?
Yeah.
So, bukas and lutins, so godlings, they're, so guardian spirits. I wonder if they're so few and far between because they're being rooted out by the evil monsters of the, what was it, the conjunction? Like, were there creatures before the conjunction, but they were benevolent in nature? Or are the nature spirits being forced out, or maybe even killed by the humans because they're losing their superstitions? They say this is the price we pay for civilization's forward march. Maybe they just no longer depend on them, or no longer pray to them, or make offerings to them, or what would the deal be?
Yeah.
Godlings, sometimes mistaken for lutin, are woodland creatures dwelling in burrows and moss-covered hollow stumps on the outskirts of human settlements. They are similar to children in behavior and appearance, and, like children, delight in mischief. Godlings are deeply rooted in their home territory and perform acts of care and guardianship to those dwelling near their burrows. They watch over people as well as animals, but, shy creatures by nature, they try to do so while remaining unseen. Godlings are drawn to joy and innocence, and so delight in the company of children, and usually only show themselves to the young. These hardworking and clever creatures gladly perform small services for those in their care, asking only for respect and payment in the form of food or cast-off tools in return. They are easily offended by churlish, ungrateful, or simply rude behavior. Godlings also treasure their peace and quiet. When the village a godling watches over becomes too populous or its inhabitants forget the old ways, it will abandon its burrow for good and walk off to destinations unknown. So, too much noise and too many people drive them away?
I guess so. And maybe, like, less happiness and innocence and stuff.
Yeah, less happiness, less innocence, less respect, less reverence for them and their roles.
But, like, this kind of goes back to what I was talking about last time. I'd really like to play a world where, like, things like this guy are more common. That
they aren't dying
This
out.
the place?
Yeah.
Let me look around. Something's on the ledge? Something that'll get you your voice back?
Looks like a nest.
Guess I gotta make this climb.
What could have stolen his voice that's up there?
unsure.
It almost looks like the nest of a large beast. Wouldn't it be a griffin's nest, or a drake, or a dragon? Or, well, there is a dragon right there. Unless it's a wyvern. Let's take a look. What is it? And there are harpies after it. Yeah, it is a wyvern. Or wyvern. I like saying wyvern more than wyvern.
Yeah, I prefer wyvern over wyvern.
Wait, no, oh yeah, I prefer wyvern. I thought you were saying the opposite for a moment. Yeah, but I like wyvern over wyvern.
I think the problem is Wyvern just sounds like, why?
Why?
Oh,
Ooh,
did they literally
bones.
steal his voice? Sealed bottle.
Maybe he meant this bottle.
Whee!
Don't break it! And the voice gets released prematurely.
Here.
Whiskey! Slither! Ringworm! Rubbish! Bumblebee! Flabbergasted! Ha! The sound of it! Peter Piper picked Prince Proxima a pack of pickled peppers by the pontar.
Done celebrating?
My favorite words! Life without savoring the sound of surreptitious shananacking is like licking snails through a cloth. Thank you for this, noble whoever you are. Long be your life.
Hang on a minute. I helped you, now you help me.
Would you turn this beautiful act of altruism into a banal bartering of favors?
Yeah.
How'd you lose your voice?
One morning I awoke and opened my mouth for my usual bout of singing with the thrushes. Lo and behold, no sound escaped. I tried and tried, almost burst a blood vessel. Then I went to the village, because word has it the new cunning woman works miracles. But people began crying out, "A smudger! A smudger!" and sicked their dogs on me. Do I look like a smudger to you?
Not a bit.
Oh, I thought not. So it must be the crone's doing. Who else would curse me? Blackbird friend of mine located my voice, but I was helpless to retrieve it.
Couldn't ask a raven friend to just give you the bottle?
Ravens serve the crones. They don't help no one.
So,
How do you lock someone's voice in a bottle? Just wondering.
As am I, especially as mine's a voice to crown all voices. Sometimes it's like a forest brook, at others like a roll of thunder. And let's be honest, I talk enough to fill 3 barrels or more.
Somebody used some powerful magic on you, as a prank or just to be mean.
they just didn't like hearing him
I'm
sing
looking
all the
for
time.
a young, ashen-haired woman. See anyone like that?
Did I ever? Remember it as if it were yesterday. Soon as I woke, I went to empty my bowels. My favourite part of the day. Defecating to the sunrise, downright glorious. Suddenly, heard a bang, so loud it couldn't have been me. And that lass appeared, out of nowhere. Young, ashen-haired, just like you said. Wounded and panting to boot. She raced off towards the children's huts, quick as if the crones were after her. I yelled some unpleasantries. She disturbed my morn. Sadly, I'd lost my voice, so I don't think she heard me.
Yeah, who's the woman from the
What do
village,
you know
too?
about the crones?
They're
Sorry.
as old as this forest. Cruel, vindictive, not to be crossed.
What if someone does cross them?
Might take his voice, might take his life. Depends on their whim. They're nasty, although they care for this land and its folk in their own way. Supposedly they always keep their word, but you must be careful what you ask for. Won't find them until they want to be found. See them until they want to be seen. But remember, they see and hear all that happens in the mire.
Yeah, sorry. Oftentimes you'll start speaking, but I'll have already selected it, and it takes a little bit before the dialogue kicks in.
Nah, that's
And
understandable.
so, you know, there's a long pause, and I'm like, all right, next option. And then you're like, say something. I'm like, oh, no. But you still get your thought in. I just can't get a response.
Have you ever wondered why our eyeballs are white?
Yeah. I don't know.
Because I'm just looking at, whenever I design characters and such, oftentimes the color goes clear to the edges, or they're like him, where it's black or other colors and such, because I like drawing fantasy and sci-fi creatures, aliens and whatnot. So always being crafty with one's eyes. Is it just because we have a lot of semi-transparent mucous membrane business going on? But then you would think that we would have...
Yeah, I would say
Pink
it's a
or red
random
eyes,
chance, but
because-
most animals also have whites around their eyes. Some just less.
Right. That too.
I don't know.
I've been to the village in the swamp, met a woman who might have been a crone.
Did she seem confused to you?
Nuts, completely.
So I'm not crazy. That's no crone. That's the granny who takes care of the orphans. Claims the kids made me up. Me!
An orphanage in a swamp?
What do you have against swamps? Lived here my whole life, and I heartily recommend it.
She ran off toward the orphanage. Kids could know something, or the old woman who takes care of them.
Oh, that old hag don't speak to strangers, and you're a stranger.
Will she talk to you?
I have spoken to her, got my ways. So be it. You helped me, and I'm no bore. Come with me.
Humans are rare in having white sclera. Really? I guess I don't look at other things' eyes as much.